When you have it in a straight format vertically, you call it a column. Now, let's try to populate these data sets, or rather, let's try to populate this blank sheet. So what would we put in? Okay, so we are going to populate this empty sheet with a student database, assuming we have this as a student database. We have the names.
Can you use the Inspiro database, where we have people for data analytics, project management, cybersecurity?
Oh, they are okay. Oh, good one. I don't know the individual names, but I'll just put all the courses we have.
Yeah, just put any name. Doesn't matter.
All right, that's fine. Okay, so let's say the first name would be
Vincent.
Vincent. All right. Okay. Then we come down. Second name could be Tamba.
Tamba.
Then the third name would be
D.
All right. Fourth name would be
Ryan.
Thank you. Fifth name would be
Grace.
Sixth name would be
Angel.
Thank you. And the last one would be
Peace.
I think we have someone else on this group that we could include their name into.
Larry. Larry is not here.
Okay, I'm seeing
maybe he's working.
I'm seeing Tochiko, so let's first.
Okay, yeah, Tochiko. Sorry about that.
That's fine. Right. For short, Tochi. For short, yes. Now, in this data set, what else would be here? We have the course codes or the course names. Courses, let's just courses as the next one. Okay. Okay, let's not include the courses though, because okay. Instead of this, because it wouldn't make sense that way. Instead of this, let's write data analytics here. Then the next one, we have project management. This one, we have UI UX. And the next one, we have product management. Then the next one, we have cybersecurity. Oops. Okay. Now what we could do with these data sets to check if we had a bigger number of people that registered, right, that their names were here, what we could use this to achieve is checking the number of people that signed up for various courses, right? So now
welcome, Dave.
Let's say Vincent, if you signed up for a course, we put 1 for yes and no for 0, right? So let's say Vincent decided to sign up for data analytics course. So we'll put 1. We say that means 0 for the rest of them.
So are we populating that people are doing more than one course?
No, we're populating that it's 1 person per course, because Vincent, like I said, if you're going for data analytics, 1 means yes and 0 means no. So I'm putting that, instead of, because in the data set, you can't leave it blank. If you leave it blank here, it's going to have issues. You're going to have issues while trying to perform analysis here. So most times you don't leave, if there are too many blank rows or blank spaces or null values. That's the word, that's the term we use. Null values are values that are not there, right? There is no
Okay.
number at all. There's no even zero, right? It is
Okay.
just
Okay.
blank. Yeah. So when you have null values in your data set, it causes you to have problems when you want to analyze it. So you can't have null values. Usually, when you have null values, you try to manipulate it in a way that you can either you can replace it with the mean, the mode, or the median of the other values that are in that particular row column. So kind of to either that or you delete the whole row or column. I hope I'm not too fast. All right. So let's say Tamba didn't want to go for data analytics, so we'll put 0 for him. Instead, Tamba decided he wanted to go for project management. So every other cell would be 0. So like I said, if you're going for a course, yes means 1 and no means 0, right? So that's why I'm putting zeros, because usually when you have categorical data, or rather when you have values that are not numbers, because for you to do analytics, yeah, usually machine learning, you work with numbers, it is numerical. So most times we categorize data and put them in numbers. So when you put them in numbers, you can now analyze it. It's easier that way. I hope I hope you're understanding me. Did you have any questions? Let me know. Um,
If does everybody understand what
yeah,
we are
if you
doing so
please,
far?
if you don't understand, just stop me. Tell me you don't understand and ask me a question.
Okay, I think so far I think we're doing well. So
Okay,
at the moment, Vincent is the only one that has signed up for one, right?
okay, okay.
Tamba has signed up for one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What is Dave doing?
I don't know. How is that even possible?
Dave, what are you doing?
Can, can you
Can you stop? What are you
not do
doing?
that,
Writing
please?
on the
How,
stuff.
how is that possible? Huh,
That's
wait
what
a
I'm
minute.
wondering.
I never knew Zoom had that feature. Anyways, moving on. Time is fast spent.
So sorry, so
0.
sorry, so sorry. I'm trying to enlarge the screen to brighten it. So sorry.
That's all right. It's fine.
Is that Mr. What's your name? Uh, Chicago. Oh, it's Muna. Sorry, it's Muna.
It's me now.
It's Muna. Sorry. Sorry, it's Muna. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so
Clean your red mark off our screen, Joe. What are you doing? Okay, I understand perfectly. Great stuff. Yeah.
so basically we are populating this data set, but considering that the numbers here are 0 and 1, what I wanted to do is calculate the sum of the people that have signed up um, for various courses, right?
Mm.
Because at the end of the day, if I continue this, the answer will still just be 1 if I want to sum it up, because it's 1 person per course currently, and there are very few people. But if we sum it up in a hugely populated data set already, it would make more sense. So could you permit me to go back to the other one and use a function to sum it up, so that way you understand better? And because this is overly basic, I mean, you could just see the total already. Is that fine? I'll take that as a yes. All right. So I would just move my Zoom. I think she just wanted everyone to see like an empty document, to just break it down very little to see the cells and the rows and the columns and everything, right? I'll just be very quick about it and show the formulas. So move my screen back to the other data set. Just quickly work on that. Okay. So now using some formulas like sum, what sum does is, like the name says, it calculates the total number of values in a column or in a row, right? So like I said, if it's vertical, it's a column, but if it's horizontal, it's a row, right? So now we want to calculate the number of values in this fresh column, meaning the sum total of things bought in this fresh column. Now, what we usually do is you could come anywhere. Okay. Let's say here, sum. Just write that there. Sum. What you should usually do, you start with first for formula equal to sum bracket. Then you put in the cell number. Now, every cell is unique in the sense that it has different numbers and different alphabets for it. Now, for fresh, since the column for fresh is C, what you're going to write is C2, because this is the beginning, right? C2, because you want to sum the beginning of fresh to the end of fresh, right? You want to sum every value from the beginning, which is here, to the end, which is at the bottom, right? So what you would do is C2 column, right? Column, then you scroll down because you need to get the number at the bottom for the last value for C. So we'll just quickly scroll down. And the last number here is 441, right? Look at this, 441 here. So C2 column C441, which is the number, right? So we just quickly go back to where it was. Oh, 441, that already did it. And then you close your bracket, enter, and that's what it gives you. 5280131. So do you see how easy that is? So basically all you do is, and if you look here, this FX part, it gives you the formula. Can you still see my screen, please? And if you have any questions, if I'm too fast, let me know. You understand perfectly, okay? Reassure me, please. Do you understand? If you understand, say yes. If you don't understand, say no. I'll be waiting. Guys, I'm waiting for you. Someone drop a message on the text box telling me, thank you, D. All right. I'm not seeing any feedback from Angel. Angel, where are you? Taba, I'm not seeing any feedback from you. I need to know that you get what I'm saying.
It's Karen.
Oh, sorry, Karen. All right, so I'll come back to the message box just in case, but I'll just continue this. So now this gave the sum total. Okay. Yeah, so this gave the sum total of every value that is in this fresh column. So that's just basically how it works. And if you click on this sum total, it shows you the formula used, right? Now this equal to is very important before putting a formula, right? And then the sum obviously adds everything. Sum means summation, so it adds everything. Now this C2 you're seeing here, it shows you the beginning.
Oh, okay. I think it's your network.
Oh, sorry about that. Oops. So yeah, the C2 shows you the beginning and the C441 shows you the end. And then it's basically telling the computer to sum up every value from C2 down to C441. That's more or less it. And we have different formulas you could use to do different things. Now, another thing you could do with the Excel is to sort out your data sets. Now, let's say you want to sort out, you're working as a data analyst here, and then your boss tells you, oh, this particular data set, I want to know the highest value of milk, right? The person that bought the highest value of milk, or rather the most expensive milk bought so far. Or let's say, yeah, the most expensive milk bought so far. So what you could do, instead of scrolling through hundreds and hundreds of data sets, what you could easily do is to sort the data using a quick formula or a quick route. So what you could do is you click on data, right? And then you come to sort. I hope you're still seeing my screen. This sort here, you come to sort. You click on sort. Why is it showing me warning sign? So you click on sort. Yeah. So what you could do is, now it's telling you, it's giving you two options, either to expand the selection to every other place or to only sort out this current selection. And what we want to do is sort out this current selection. So you click on continue with the current selection and you click on sort. Now another pop-up comes up, as you can see. Then you would see, obviously the column where you are is the milk column. And now these are the cell values. Yeah, because we are working on the values are the numbers. That's what we are working on. And what you want to do is you want to see the largest numbers first, right? Because you want to see the highest value. So what you should do is sort from largest to smallest, right? So you just click on it and boom, it shows you that the highest value is 73,498. I don't know what currency it is, whether in naira, pounds, dollars, whatever it is, but the highest value, you see that it changed. Before it wasn't 73,000 that was at the top, but because you use that sort function, you are able to get with ease. It literally reduced the stress of scrolling through to see which one was the highest, and it brought it up automatically here. So these are reasons why we need Excel, because it is useful in this aspect and in many other aspects, right? In another thing we would use this for is pivot table. Let's touch on pivot table a little bit. Now, pivot table, it gives you, just a minute, let's go back to the slides for a moment, and I'll come back quickly so you could see what I'm doing. Okay, so we're back to sharing slides. So yeah, these are just the basic cell formulas and operations. Moving on, we have introduction into pivot table. 1 minute, guys, sorry. Now, why pivot table is so useful is because it summarizes large data sets quickly. Let's say back at the table that we had, you wanted to see the sum total of the fresh values. You wanted to see the sum total of milk, the sum total of frozen, right? It gives you the summary already easily without stress, with just a few tabs here and there. Another thing is it shows you in categories and subcategories too. So quickly, we will just touch on that. So I'll go back to my Excel. Moving on back to my Excel. Okay, almost there. Okay, so now let's say you want to get the pivot table of this data set, because there are different things you could really use it to achieve for getting there. So now you click on this top right angle here, this shape here, because you want to just get everything. You want to highlight everything, or you want to reach everything together. And then what you click on is data. Let's say we were not on data before, but you click on data, which is at the top here. And then the next thing you should do is you go to you go to insert, sorry. You click on insert, And if you look through, you see different options on what you want to use it for. But what we want to use it for is pivot table. So you have to look for where the pivot table is. It's at the top. So now there are different things you could use it for. Visualization. You could use it for different visualizations. Like this where I am now, it's showing insert a column or a bar chart. Now this is a visualization. Now there is the line charts, the line, insert line or area charts. Now this next one is insert a pie or donut chart. This next one is insert a hierarchy chart. Now these are just different visualizations, but what we want to do is pivot chart. So you click on that. Now in the pivot chart, you click on pivot chart and pivot table. Yeah. So what it would do is it would show you a range of things. Now it's telling you select a table or range. It has already highlighted that because that's the name of the data set, wholesale customer data. So it has already put that in for you. Now choose where you want the pivot table to report. Sorry, choose where you want the pivot table report to be placed. Now there are two options. You could either choose a new worksheet or an existing worksheet. So let's try to put this in a new worksheet and see how that goes. So you just click on this, make sure it's clicked on, and then you click on OK. Pivot table name is invalid. You must use the data that's organized in list of label columns. What is this? Don't stress me out, please. So let's click on existing worksheets then. Destination reference is not valid. Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay. One more time, insert. Okay. Oh, okay, wait. Cancel. So let's just remove this. I doubt that's where the problem is, but
yeah, I was gonna say you need to take away the sum.
Yeah. Yeah, let me. Okay, back to this now. Okay. Click on pivot charts, pivot table, new worksheet. Boom. So now it takes you to a new worksheet. Move this a little bit. Okay, so it takes you to a new work. Oh, can you guys see my worksheet, or is it still showing my populated data? I think I need to move this to the new worksheet. So please tell me what you're seeing, Dee. Are you seeing?
Yeah, we are seeing your new worksheet. Yeah.
Oh, you're seeing the new worksheet. Okay, perfect. All right, thank you. Now, if you look on the right side, you would see the pivot chart fields, right? Here, you would see the list of columns, the column names. There, we saw region, we saw fresh, we saw milk, we saw frozen. Now, what you want is what is going to appear here. So let's say we want to see the summary of milk. We click on milk. I'm not clicking. Now you see this. So it's showing you the sum of milk in visualization, right? Now click on grocery. It's also showing you grocery. Click on frozen, detergent paper, delicatessen, and fresh. Now I use this because they are numerical, they are the useful numerical values we needed here, or the numerical columns that we needed. Now, if you see from a quick question, guys, so you're following me obviously. Now, from this visualization chart or this chart we are seeing here, now which column has the highest value so far? So I need someone to answer. Dee, don't answer. Oh,
no, I'm not answering. No, I'm looking at it.
Okay. So I need
okay,
someone to answer.
I've got the answer.
Okay, so see, this is proof that you're listening to class. If you don't answer this question, I know that you've really not been following me like that, or I'm not teaching you well enough, one of them. So from what your eyes can see, it's literally what your eyes can see.
Actually, the sum of fresh food. I think the sum of fresh is
Let me move
the
this
highest.
here. The sum of what?
The sum of fresh.
Fresh, sum of fresh. Thank you. Actually, you got it. So so we are seeing the power of visualization here, right? It makes it easy for you to see the summary
are
of
you
things.
sure? No,
Yeah,
are you sure? It's not fresh. The
it's
sum of
fresh. It's
delicacy.
no,
the
the
sum of
highest.
fresh.
The sum of
The
fresh. You're
highest is
looking
sum
at
of
the
fresh.
highest value here because it's the highest so far. It's up to
No, but
500.
this one is 67.
No.
67.
Oh, sorry, 670. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
right, guys.
yes.
All right, my bad.
No, that's fine. That's all right. So we see now, not only it gives you here this part, it gives you this part, which is the sum of the milk and
Angel got it as
everything.
well.
Oh, she did.
Angel got it as well.
A round of applause. Thank you,
Yes.
guys. You're following up. I'm proud of you. so,
Mr. Tamba, you missed it. Oh, I hope you are here. You're not eating Sierra Leone rice behind that camera.
so, yeah,
I'm here, man. Yeah,
okay.
I'm saying it's like the charts, I mean, place them by value.
Yes. So it ranks it by like the highest. You
Yeah.
get to see the highest. So it gives you this in numerical format and also gives you this in visualization. So now we see why Excel is important because it is very easy to use. Someone that has no technical knowledge could use Excel for whatever thing. You could apply whatever thing you want to apply it to here. And the visualization just makes it so easy for you to understand looking at it. So that's just what we are going to be doing on this for now because our time is almost fast spent. So let's see what I have left on my slides. Moving on. Okay. So I just have to let me quickly move this back to. All right. So another thing you could use it for is the usual bar chart, line chart, pie chart, and spark lines. Before I moved into pivots, remember when I was looking at the functions at the top parts, and I showed you line charts, I showed you bar charts, I showed you pie charts. It was all at the top parts, right? Before I clicked on pivot table. So it's all there. You could use it for different visualization. However, it depends on the information you're trying to pass across. So it would determine the visualization tool that you use or the chart or the graph or whatever it is that you use. So the first thing you should always do is, what are you trying to achieve? If it's visualization, if it's analysis, what are you trying to achieve? That's the first question you should ask yourself. Always have a purpose of doing that thing. If not, you would miss the point.